I'm Bill.
And I'm Hagen from Dovetail Brewery, and we're here with your craft beer and brewing tip of the week. Chicago has great brewing water, but we think it has great brewing water for ales. You mentioned softness, right? Softness in the first impression on the taste. And softness comes from, in large part, using soft water or low in mineral water. So we have a custom reverse osmosis system where we bring in the Chicago water, we put it through a charcoal filter to remove the chlorides, and it goes through reverse osmosis to remove most of the rest of the minerals. We blend a little bit of carbon filtered water, and then we remineralize with calcium chloride and magnesium sulfate.
We are a Chicago brewery. You have to have Chicago.
We got to have a portion of Chicago water. You need that slight hint of corruption. Just a slight hint.
Brown paper envelope.
Yep. So really what we're trying to do is we're trying to match as closely as possible the water profile of Pilsen, the home of Pilsner beer.
Yeah, and that's not, if you're from Chicago, that's not the neighborhood here. No, across the sea.
So, but very soft, very low in minerals. Pilsen, Czechia has a TDS of like, it's amazingly soft and rich enough in calcium to produce lovely Pilsner beers. I think their TDS is like 28 or something. It's like crazy low. We go for TDS of like between 50 and 60. We try to have a 1-to-1 ratio of chloride to sulfate. We try to have enough calcium content to assure a good mash pH on the paler beers. We have different water profiles depending on the beer, but we generally use two profiles. There's the soft water, it's the one we use the most, but we make a hefeweizen, and the hefeweizen is one of our top two beers by volume. Hefeweizen, it's the beer of southern Bavaria, right? And southern Bavaria gets its water from the Alps. The Alps are made of limestone. The resulting water is very hard. That hard water is a key factor to that beer. Where the first impression on a lager with soft water is softness, the first impression on a good Hefeweizen is palate fullness. And that palate fullness comes from a much harder water. When we started, we used to use carbon filtered Chicago water for the Hefeweizen. Much harder water was good for the Hefeweizen, but over time we thought we could improve it. And what we did was we started using salt spikes in our mash and our boil that would better match the water profile of Munich or southern Bavaria. So the technical benefit of the different water profiles is mash pH. Its effect on optimal enzyme performance, right? So for a lager you want your pH to land between 5.2 and 5.4. For a nice hef, you can actually go much higher, around 5.8. In a hef, the benefit is the enzymes that create ferulic acid in a ferulic acid rest at 43 to 45 C have better performance. Ferulic acid is metabolized by hef yeast to create 4-vinyl guaiacol clove, right? Clove aroma that's typical.
For more on lager brewing,
click the link below.